Hello everybody, this is Kathy Moyer and I wanted to give a tutorial on the PDIS, which stands for the Professional Development Information System. This information system is part of the Colorado Shine system, and it's specifically for professionals, early childhood professionals in our industry. You do not have to be participating in a Colorado Shines program to use PDIS. It's actually available to anyone in the early childhood industry. So the web address for the PDIS is up here. It's ecpd.co.startstrong.org. You don't need the rest, it'll fill it in. And this is the homepage that it'll take you to when you type in that address. So to get started, you'll click up here in the upper left-hand corner on the login button. If you already have an account, you would just go ahead and log in here. If you don't have an account, you'll come over here on the right and click on Register Now. So this will ask you a series of questions to get registered. You will need an email address, and you want to be sure to use a personal email address rather than a work email. And that's only because if you change careers or you change employers, then you oftentimes don't have access to email there anymore. So make sure that you're using a personal email account that you actually check on a fairly regular basis. You'll choose a password. Make sure that you jot these down someplace and keep them safe so that you'll be able to access this when you come back to it, perhaps another day. And then you'll give some typical demographic information, your name. You'll have an opportunity to put an email address that the PDIS specifically wants for you to have access to receive information. You can upload a photo if you want, you don't have to. And then you'll click Next here on the bottom. This is the terms of service. You do have to accept or you can't set up an account. So once you've accepted, you can click Next. Then it's going to ask you some demographics, highest level of education, whether you're attending college, the county you reside in, language, birth date, race, ethnicity. This is just used for aggregate data on the state level, not on the individual level. So your name isn't going to be reported to somebody. They're just looking as a whole for everybody that has a PDIS account. How many are English as their primary language? How many have a secondary language? Age, that sort of thing, as well as county. So you'll fill those out and you'll click Next. This is the part that trips up a little bit for some folks. You would either say you're unemployed, employed, or retired. We're going to select employed. And then it will give you a list of employment types. Regardless of whether you work in a school, in a child care center, or as a home provider, you are considered an early childhood program. So it won't have a specific spot for family child care providers. Family child care providers are considered early childhood programs. So make sure you select that. And then you will select the county that you live in. And then it will pull up a drop-down menu of all of the programs that are licensed in that county. So you'll either find the program that you work for if you work at a child care center or a school. If you're a home provider, you will find your name listed here, and they're in alphabetical order based on your first name, not your last name. So if you were to just select a name, you would then be brought to this employment status page, and it wants you then to choose what your position is. So now if you are a family child care provider, you would select that you're a family child care provider. If you work at a child care center, then you would select whatever your role is, assistant teacher, assistant director, lead teacher, etc. So you can select your role, ages you work for, Date of hire is important to fill out because this is one of the ways that they're tracking your years of experience. You get credit in an early childhood credential for your years of experience. So make sure that this information is accurate, your date of hire. If you're still currently at your employment, then you're going to leave date left employment blank. And then these items below for wage and hours worked, again, are aggregate data collection pieces. They're just trying to get a sense of what's the average salary of early childhood professionals in Colorado, how many hours do we work, those sorts of things. If you have more than one role, you can also click Add Another. So let's say you're an assistant director at a child care center, but you're also a teacher in the classroom, you could add both roles. So then you'll click Next, and it will ask you one more time to define your professional role. So you'll click Add New, and it will pull up. The occupation category is all early childhood educator and administrator. It's the only option there is. And then the occupation piece will pull up. And again, you'll select your role. So if you're a family child care provider, you would click there. If you're one of these other roles, you would click here and click Save. Once you've completed this, you'll come down here to the bottom left and click Register to register your account. I'm not going to click register because I already have an account, but I wanted to walk you through that process. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my account so that you can see this process. You will actually not see this page, this node affiliation. I have special access to PDIS, so I have this page, but most people do not. So once you've logged in, it will take you back to this home page. You will see that you're logged in here in the upper right-hand corner. I uploaded a picture. You certainly don't have to, but it will at least list your name here. So let's explore the items on the left-hand side of the page. You have a dashboard. You have a course catalog. Again, you won't have users in org or manage content or learning, but you will have a My Profile. So let's click on My Profile. And this is where you can update your profile if you have updating to do for your current enrollment or employment, then you would update that there. And then lastly, the other item under My Profile is your EC credential. So I want to click here just to show you what that looks like. I already have a credential, so it's already in here. If you don't already have a credential, then you would, yours wouldn't say upgrade or renew, it would say apply, and you would apply for that early childhood credential. So the first category here is for experience. You would click edit and just type in how many years of experience that you have and click save. If you need help figuring that out, if you didn't always work full-time and only worked part-time sometimes, there's an experience documentation worksheet that will help you walk through that process of figuring out how many full-time hours you worked in regards to years, and then that will go here in this area, and then you would hit save. The maximum amount of credit you can get in the experience is 20 points, so you can get up to 20 years experience. It does have to be documented experience in group care, so in preschool, in child cares, in home child care, or some other categories. Nannying would not count because it's not typically a group setting of children, and so you would want to be careful. They will randomly audit people to have you turn in your documentation that proves your years of experience, so be sure that that number is accurate. Then here, the next category is formal education. If you have a degree of any kind, you would click here to add a new degree. And it will walk you through the process of putting in your schooling. This is only if you have completed a degree, and it does not matter what your degree is in. It could be in underwater basket weaving. It doesn't matter. You would want to go ahead and put that in there because you earn points for having a degree, regardless of whether it's education related or not. You do, however, earn extra credit points if it is an education related field. Oh no, let's try this again. Of course. All right, let's try again. So then the next category is to add new academic coursework. And this would be classes that you have taken at a college level but didn't lead to a degree. So if you are working on a degree but haven't completed your degree yet, let's say you've taken 5 ECE classes, this is where you would upload that information. And basically what you're uploading is transcripts. So you would scan your transcript into your computer and then upload them here. So that would be any academic coursework taken at a college or university that hasn't led yet to a degree, either an AA, a BA, or an MA. And then for now, the last section is this professional development tab. And in this tab is where you would upload 2 different things. First off, if you have any credential, license, or endorsement. And these are very specific. The state was looking for some very specific ones. So if you click Add New, it will ask you what type of credential you're uploading or endorsement, and it has to be in this list. If it's not in this list, then it isn't something that you would currently earn points for. So if most early childhood professionals may not have any of these, but you can certainly look to see if any of them are on the list that you do have. Otherwise, goodness, it's a little slow. I have lots. I seem to collect them, and you earn points for each one of these. But for most people, under this professional development tab, right now, you would click here where it says click here to upload certificates for programs you've taken outside this system. So this is where you would click to upload your certificates for professional development. Perhaps you attended a conference and you earned 6 hours of continuing education and you got a certificate for those hours, your clock hours for getting training. Those would be uploaded here. So you would click this upload document and that would upload it into the system. And then you would hit save. So once you have uploaded all of your documents, this then gets sent to the PDIS team, and they then use that information to process your early childhood credential. I'm going to come over here on the left to the credential document that shows you how that information is scored. So the document here is under credentials on the far left-hand side, And then the document is this Credential 2.0 initial scoring system. And it pulls up this document. And so what this document does is walks you through how you earn points. So it explains each area for degrees, for ongoing professional development, for experience, etc. So for professional development, for formal education, you earn 5 points for every associate's degree you have, regardless of whether it's in education or not. 10 points for a bachelor's, 15 for a master's, or 20 for a doctorate. And then you earn additional points if it's education related. So if it's early childhood education, early childhood special education, human development, child development, or family studies, and it's in the last 25 years, you earn 4 points for each degree that's earned in any of these categories that are education related. So I consider that extra credit points. And then you get extra credit points for early childhood specific coursework. So these are ECE courses that you have taken at a college level with a passing grade of C or better in the last 15 years. So if you got a degree and it was in early childhood education, you would get, let's say, 10 points for having a bachelor's degree, an additional 4 more points because it's in early childhood, and then you would earn 1 point for every ECE specific class that you took as part of your degree. So you basically get credit, and extra credit. And then as we proceed, colleges are aligning the coursework to the early childhood competencies, so you will actually be able to earn additional points, so extra credit points, if your coursework at your college is aligned with the competencies, which I know that all of the Colorado community colleges and universities are working with the state of Colorado to get that done. And then for your ongoing professional development, your continuing education hours, you only earn points for the last 3 years of CUEs or continuing ed hours that you've taken. But they also know that you are going to continue to take those because licensing requires 15 hours per year. So you earn credit for those. You also earn extra credit for this. If the training is focused on children with high needs, if it's offered in a series, so EQ is offered in a series, Pyramid Plus is offered in a series, and if it has job embedded components like coaching. So if you take EQ, that means it's offered in a series. So you earn points, 2 extra points for that, and you earn 2 extra points because you can do coaching on the side that's related to EQ. So some classes are worth the effort because you really can earn several extra points in that ongoing professional development category. Again, you earn 1 point for each year of full-time experience. And eventually, their state is working on demonstrating competencies. And so you will have a way to earn points in this demonstration of competencies, but that hasn't been developed yet. And then here on the bottom of this document, it walks you through how many points you have to get the different credential levels. At a level 3, so meaning you have 36 to 50 points, you are considered by the state of Colorado early childhood teacher qualified or group lead qualified. And at a level 4, you are considered director qualified. You still have to submit the application to get your director's letter, but if you achieve a level 4 credential, you are automatically considered director qualified. You just have to apply for it. So the system is very nice. That credential is good for 3 years. So then you don't have to update that credential level for 3 years unless you want to. You may have earned enough points then to change levels and you would want to process that sooner. All right. So going back to for the other options here in PDIS, there's a course catalog that will be very helpful to you. this course catalog gives you several options, many options on online trainings that you can take through the PDIS system. So if you are participating in trying to earn a level 2 in Colorado Shines, you will want to look for this logo that has Colorado Shines on it, and it has this 2 highlighted in the diamonds. Any of these that have this logo with the 2 highlighted are eligible to earn your level 2 in Colorado Shines. So you have to take 10 hours of courses to get a level 2 in Colorado Shines. If you work for a child care center, then each staff person is to do 10 hours of PDIS modules. And so you would look for these that have this 2 on it. There are additional classes that look like this, and they have these cute little people next to it, and that simply means it is still counts for a level 2 in Colorado Shines, but it's done as a face-to-face course. And so some early childhood councils and at some conferences, they're offering this as a face-to-face training if you don't like doing online trainings. So if you would like to take, let's say, cultural responsiveness, you would click Get Item. That item goes into a quote-unquote shopping cart. Not really, because it doesn't cost you any money. But let's say we put that in our cart. Our cart is here at the top of the page. So we will click View Cart. And it will show you what all you've put in your shopping cart. You could put as many as you want in your shopping cart. And then you're going to click Finish. All of these courses are free. They don't cost any money. And then it will go into your dashboard, and I'll show the dashboard here in a minute, but it will show that you registered for that class. This class can sit in your PDIS account for as long as you would like. That it doesn't expire, so you are more than welcome to do it at your own pace. If you are not needing the hours right away, it can just sit in your cart. So that's the course catalog. In addition to the course catalog, there are also courses here that are called pre-service or required trainings. So I want to show you those because these are trainings that are going to be required for licensing. So here's one on the shaken baby syndrome and abusive head trauma course, and this is a pre-service training. And again, this would be for anyone who's caring for children under the age of 3. This will be required by licensing. So it's a training that all you have to do is come on to PDIS and you can take that training for free in your pajamas with a glass of wine. So there are 2 pages of courses now. So just make sure that you know that. You can also sort by categories. So if you were only looking for pre-service trainings, you can choose that here in this upper sorting system and it will pull them up as pre-service trainings. If you are only looking for those level 2 courses to get level 2 in Colorado Shines, you can search and sort by those level 2 courses. This will pull up the face-to-face as well as the online ones. So once you've put the courses in your shopping cart and checked out, they move to this My Dashboard here on the left-hand side. So if we click on My Dashboard, this is what it will look like. Mine looks a little different because I have lots of stuff in here. And then you have my transcripts, my courses, and my professional development plan. So right now we're going to just concentrate on my courses. And these are the courses that you would have registered for in PDIS and put in your shopping cart and checked out. So here's that cultural responsiveness course that we put in there. And here is the course right here. So it looks like this. You will have 2 tabs, the course content right here and a downloads tab. So on the downloads tab, it has a list of documents that you may find helpful. I don't recommend printing them. It's a lot of printing, but you can save them to your computer. So if we go back to this course content, the class is here, and then there's a course evaluation. You cannot order your certificate unless you do the course evaluation. So make sure that you've completed that. but you also can't do the course evaluation until you complete the class. The one last bit that I forgot to say is that you will definitely want, you will definitely want to use Chrome as your browser when you are navigating the PDIS system. It really does not work well in Internet Explorer or in Mozilla Firefox. And so Chrome is your best bet. If you're having problems opening your courses, switch to a Chrome browser and they will work fine. So that's a helpful hint. I'm not going to go ahead and start one of these videos because then it will interrupt the recording of our video here. But you would just click on here, you would follow the course. It's very self-explanatory. It will not let you move forward to the next slide until you answer the questions that it's asking. And it will let you continue to answer questions until you get the answer right. So there's no way for you not to get 100%. You can just keep guessing if you need to. And so just know that it's no pressure. You will always earn 1 hour of credit for these online courses. And that doesn't matter if you do the whole course in 5 minutes or in 2 hours. You will only earn 1 hour of credit. But most of these classes you can get through in much less than an hour. And so if you just carve out some time on a weekend, you can almost always get through all 10 modules pretty quickly. Once you have completed the courses, I'm going to go back to this My Dashboard here on the left. Once you've completed the courses, they move here under My Learning Path to My Transcripts. So once you've completed the course, it moves into your transcripts. So let's see. I'm trying to find one I took. Here, Shaken Baby Syndrome and the Abusive Head Trauma. So I took this course on July 8th. I earned 1 clock hour for the course, and the information just shows in here. You also can view the completion details. So here, I earned a 1 hour credit, and it only took me 33 minutes to complete the course. I scored a 100% because you have to. You can't move forward until you do. So it gives you that information. And then you also, I'm going to go back, can view the certificate. So this is the certificate that you earn. You will want to print the certificate for licensing. Eventually, licensing should have access to our training hours, but that is certainly not available right now. So you will want to print the certificate and keep it with the rest of your certificates for now, so that you have proof that you've done your 15 hours of clock hours. So just know that as well. So that, for the most part, is the most integral parts of PDIS. I do want to show you, if you go to the home page, if you scroll down the page, there are some resources, what's new, information about credentials, information about how to register if you're having trouble, other useful websites, and most importantly is this beautiful, wonderful help desk. So I'm going to click on that to read more. And both for the Colorado Shines website as well as the PDIS website, the state of Colorado has set up a help desk. And so you can actually email them or you can call them at this number. And the number is the same for Colorado Shines and for PDIS. So you would dial this number, 844-447-4441. If you are calling about Colorado Shines, you would select option 1. If you're calling about PDIS, you would select option 2. And I will say they're only open from 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday. But if you leave them a message, they actually will get back to you, which is shocking and very nice that they will get back to you so quickly. So absolutely feel free to leave them a message. They are unbelievably helpful. So if you are taking a course and all of a sudden the course gets stuck and it won't let you finish the course, call the help desk. If you finish the course and it won't let you do the evaluation to get the credit, call the help desk. If you took a course and you're not seeing it in your transcripts, call the help desk. If you're having trouble uploading documents to apply for your credential, call the help desk. They are amazingly helpful. The other pieces in here is there's more information about the help desk. There's some information down here on the bottom. Your list will not be as long as mine here on the left, but on the very bottom, there is a tab for scholarships to find other scholarship information. And then lastly, I'm back here in the My Dashboard, and you have this tab over here on the right that says My Professional Development Plan. So there is a self-assessment that you can take of the early childhood competencies. It is 128 questions long. You do not have to do it all in one sitting. You can actually just answer a couple, hit save, and then come back to it later. So that is nice. It will save the answers that you've already completed. And then once you have completed all 128 questions, you also have the option then to come in here and set up a PD plan, a professional development plan. So you would add a new goal, and then it could be anything. So my goal was that I needed to renew my coaching credential. I set that goal on October 7th. It was due by January 1, and I have since then completed that goal. So you go in, you decide what your professional development plans are, and it could be anything. Your professional development could be that you don't want to do anything and that you're good right where you're at. Or your goal could be, I want to plan for a new role and get out of early childhood. That's an option too. So this is just a really nice goal setting form that you can use if you are participating in Colorado Shines at a level 3 to 5. So if you work for a program or you're a home provider and you decide to do a level 3 to 5 rating in Colorado Shines, you will be required to do this self-assessment and make a PD plan. It is not required at a level 2 in Colorado Shines, only a level 3 to 5. So just know that those are available to you as well. So that's the PDIS in a large nutshell. If you have any questions, you are more than welcome to reach out to me. My email is Cathy, CATHY, at Broomfield, ECC, E like Edward, C like cat twice, .org. And I would be happy to answer any questions you might have, but also know that you can reach out to that help desk. They are amazing and they will absolutely help out. And then use these resources down here if you also have additional questions. So I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to providing new videos as they come along.